Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm actually going to have more of a informational video than a race truck or tow truck update or anything of that sort. I've been wanting to do an informational video for a while now, and I'm planning on doing a lot more here, especially with building the dually engine, and I'll be showing a lot of do's and don'ts, of course all in my opinion from all the experiences I've had and everything I've learned over the years. So nothing will be set in stone, or it's just all my experiences and opinions and what I know works and what doesn't, and what needs to be done to make a dependable 6.5. So today I will be showing one of the first mods that in my opinion needs to be done to a 6.5. If you plan on keeping it for a long time, it will definitely help the longevity of your engine and just the truck in general, more peace of mind, things like that. And I want to give a big shout out because I've done a couple podcasts, as I imagine a few of you guys have seen by now, and I never remembered to mention him, and I feel bad about it now, so I want to mention him now. But Leroy Diesel, one of, if not the OG in the game of 6.5 parts and upgrades and just helping us guys make these things last forever. So I will be showing you here one of the better parts that he offers to help the longevity of your engine. What we have here is a Leroy Diesel, right there, billet crank pulley. And this was a game changer in my opinion to the 6.2 and the 6.5 world because of these piles of crap. The factory serpentine belt pulley, they obviously have a giant rubber center that mounts the hub to the outer ring, and this is the one off the dually. You guys have seen me demonstrate this in the dually tow rig teardown, but look at that. You can see the rubber is completely broken and the hub spins completely free of the rest of it until it makes contact right there. You can see the rusty bare metal, and it spins completely free of itself. Makes it sound like it's knocking. You have belt issues due to this, and it's just not it. You have to think of it of back in the day as a mass production type of deal and making it cheap, and let's face it guys, it was the 90s, so that this design worked, but they have service intervals to replace things like this. And the balancer, which we will get to that here in a minute, this is kind of a two-part, literal part series of two of the big things that I think you should replace on a 6.5. Not should, you need to. At one point in time, you will need to replace both of these items. They both have rubber that mate the hub to the outer ring. The harmonic balancer, the rubber isn't quite as big. It's this little ring that goes around. But it's honestly more critical than this. This will cause a broken crank. This will just kind of sound like it. This will break your crank if you do not pay attention to it. If you still have the stock rubber one, I recommend every oil change. Crawl up under there, check the front and back side. This was also off the dually, and you can see the rubber here is splitting. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's swelling out, and it's just not in very good condition at all. And the dually only had 189,000 miles, if I recall correctly, so not a huge high miles rig, and it's a 99, so it wasn't that old. It's about as new you could get for a 6.5 in a passenger pickup. But you can see that one, it's not very good condition at all. But we will get to the replacement for that here soon. But again, shout out to Leroy Diesel. To get rid of this rubber design, he came up with the solid billet. It's nice billet aluminum with a centering hub. Centers it right on your balancer into that groove right there, which I will show you. It works on a stock balancer. It direct bolt in. Nice billet aluminum piece, nice black anodizing. And this is a lifetime part. You will never have to replace this as long as you get your bolts tight and it's not an install error and it wallers itself out or anything dumb like that. But if you install this right, it's install it once, forget about it, it's done. And for me, that peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. They also offer a lighter weight design that is not solid like this. It's kind of hogged out in these 4 centers here. And if that option appeals to you, then you can go that option too. It's about $60 or $70 more than the solid one. I believe it's around $60 more. This one was $165, $165, $170. And like I said, for longevity and peace of mind of not having this happen, worth every single penny. The non-solid, the open lighter weight design, I believe is around $225, and I would have ran that, but I talked about in my Predator video that I needed this solid pulley so I can drill the holes here, 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 and here, and mount that drive hub on for the belt-driven Predator lift pump. So that also just helped me, on top of just having the longevity and not having to worry about it on my high RPM race truck. I will also have the mounting flange for the mechanical lift pump. One of these, of course, will be going on the dually, and I might actually go with the lighter weight option on the dually just to have one, just to try it out and see how it is. But the race truck, for now, is getting the solid pulley. And I think that about covers the 2 pulleys. I mean, it kind of explains itself. You can see that's junk. Not junk. Junk? Say it with me. Not junk. And like I said, if you plan to keep the truck, for sure spend the money. Buy the solid pulley. It's kind of hard nowadays to get AC Delco parts, good quality OEM replacement parts for both of these. And honestly, they don't cost much more than this. Doesn't cost much more than this. So it's almost dumb, I don't know any other way to say it except dumb, to not buy the billet pulley. And I mean, it's a super simple swap, even in the truck with the engine complete. It's take your belt off, 4 bolts, take that thing off, take this one off, put this one on, 4 bolts. I recommend, if your truck's higher, well, they're all older and higher miles trucks now. Leroy Diesel also sells the 4 new bolts for, I believe, $15 or so. Just throw 4 new bolts on your brand new pulley, never have to worry about it again. So that is one of my recommended number 1 upgrades for a 6.5 for longevity. Now we'll move to the dampener. We already kind of went over this. Same design with the rubber. Our trucks are getting older, guys. You have to be mindful. This one is more of keep an eye on it. I, of course, am going to show you what I recommend no matter what. If you plan on keeping the truck, if you plan on selling it and you're just fixing it up, throw a nice balancer, a good OEM quality balancer on it, send it on its way. If the next guy plans on keeping it, send him this video and I'll tell him what to put on it. But the OEM balancers, the rubber, they just fail. And for the guys that are wanting to turn their trucks up, these were designed for stock, 130 non-turboed horsepower, or up to 180, 190 horsepower for the turbo trucks. These weren't designed for guys that are wanting 350, 400 horsepower even, and guys turning higher RPMs and things like that. These just weren't designed for that. So I'm going to walk you over to the race truck here, and I'm going to show you what I recommend you replace this with. I'll take this with me. And there she is, boys. Hasn't moved because I don't run yet, but there it is. It's kind of dirty because I've been painting and working, and it's getting a little scratched up because it's been on there for a couple years. But let's find, there it is, fluid dampener. That is the end all be all for balancers. It is a, again, like I said, lifetime part. Put that bad boy on, it instantly, noticeable difference in smoothness and running. It's a solid construction, so you have zero worries about rubber failing and the balancer coming apart and taking a crank out. A lot of guys said 6.5s and 6.2s were junk for breaking cranks. That's a reason why, is people wouldn't maintain them, balancers would fail, break a crank. Not the engine's fault, it's negligence on the end user's part. Yes, GM did a crappy design, but it's up to us to keep these old trucks running and put good parts on them to make them last. So you have the harmonic balancer here, fluid dampener, like I said, and another reason I like it, it's kind of hard to see, of course it landed right there, but it's also SFI approved, which for just about any other 6.5 guy doesn't mean a damn. But for me, with the race truck, a lot of guys, or not necessarily guys, but like governing bodies and race organizations, when you start getting up around where I plan on being, they want an SFI approved balancer on your rig. So luckily all the fluid dampeners are SFI approved. Fluid Dampener is a great company to work with. I love the guys at Fluid Dampener. They've always treated me well, and they've always been, in my opinion, the front runners in the diesel game. Not just 6.5s, but in the Dodge realm and Duramax Ford, all that stuff. Fluid Dampener, in my opinion, has always been the go-to. And I honestly can't say any more about it. It's kind of the same thing as the pulley is. This is just a part that will fail. It's not if, it is when this will fail. And if you're not paying attention to it and you don't catch it, you're on a long road trip or something, you haven't paid attention to this when you changed your oil before your road trip, and this ring separates from the hub, you're gonna have a bad day. And I will probably end up buying your core block because your crank broke. You put this fluid dampener on it, all your troubles go away. I just can't say it enough. Now, I understand the fluid dampeners are a little bit pricey. They're up there around $500. They might be even a little bit north of $500 now with the prices of everything going up. I haven't checked in a while. I'm going to have to soon because you can bet the whole entire farm one of those is going on the dually. So I will be figuring out the exact price here soon, but I know they're right around, if not more, just a hair more than $500 for this unit. But like I said, this is a lifetime part. It will make the engine run completely smoother through the entire RPM range. It is literally no downfalls to the fluid dampener except maybe price. But if you plan on keeping the truck, like I said, the peace of mind and the dependability and longevity that this part adds, worth every penny. Like I said, guys, I know this is more of like a informational video, might be a little boring, but I know a lot of guys have talked about this before, but I figure the more people that hear about this and know that the problems with the 6.5 are easily remedied, fixable, and you can replace them with lifetime parts, one and done parts. And how can you beat that? And it just does nothing but exponentially extend your longevity of your engine, the dependability, the peace of mind, all of that. And it literally, there's no downfalls. So I figured the more people that know about these problems and fixes to the problems, the better. So I'm going to be doing a few more videos like this. I would love to do like an install video, especially of like in a truck, but of course everything I own, either the engine's out or doesn't have a front clip. So it's kind of hard to show you like a step-by-step, but I will show you when it comes time to put the dually together. You will be seeing how to install the fluid dampener, and it's very simple. You just need a harmonic balancer install tool. Do not use a bolt or a hammer or nothing like that. Use a proper tool, get her pressed on there right, never worry about it again. I can't stress it enough. Again, I'm very sorry to Leroy that I did not shout him out in my 2 podcasts. I've been ordering parts from Leroy for years and years, and I can't do nothing but praise Leroy for always helping us tractor guys out and keeping these old turtles alive. And again, shout out to Fluid Dampener for making great products for just about any daggum engine you have, and they've always been willing to help out the diesel guys, and they make a great product for the 6.5, and I literally will not build a 6.5 engine without putting a fluid dampener on it and a Leroy diesel billet crank pulley. So I guess that's all I have for this one, guys, is replace your pulley, check your pulley. I would just replace it anyways if you plan on keeping the daggum thing. But even if you don't have the funds for it now, always keep an eye on your pulley. Always keep an eye on your balancer, especially the balancer. Every oil change is what I recommend at least. Anytime. Every oil change, any service, any work you're doing on the truck, take 30 seconds, crawl under there with the flashlight, check your pulley, check your balancer, make sure they're up to spec. Make sure they're nice and healthy, the rubber's not swelling or pushing out, cracked, anything crazy like that. And if they are, get you a Leroy diesel billet crank pulley and get you a fluid dampener. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all the fancy stuff. Hit that bell. We're almost to 400 subscribers, guys. It's crazy. I love it. And I plan on actually doing a giveaway for 500 subscribers. I am actually getting Buckwild t-shirts made, and for the 500th subscriber I want to do a drawing of all the subscribers, and I want to send a t-shirt out. So let's get those subscriber numbers up, share with everybody you know, and let's get somebody a free t-shirt, and let's hit that halfway mark, and let's just keep going to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. Let's just get this thing out there, guys. So thank you, and I will catch you on the next one.